Hi everyone, welcome back to Pick a Card with Penny. I am your host, Penny Astrology, and today I'm using my good old-fashioned Rider Tarot deck, bam, to get some real advice and some real information about what is going on in your love life. So let's be real here. For some people, you're probably going to get some bad news today. If you can't handle that bad news, then you are welcome to click off of this reading. I understand if you're not in the right headspace for it right now. But what I want to remind you of is that bad news isn't really bad news as long as you know it. As long as you know what's going on and you can adapt and you can adjust and you can focus your energy on something to bring out the positive, better outcomes in life, it's not really bad to get bad news when it comes to getting a reading done, because then at least you can adjust, adapt, and find a way to manifest the thing that you actually want in life. So that's why I'm always real when I do readings. I'm always honest. No matter how much money someone pays me, I'm not going to lie to them. And that's one thing that my long-term clients have really appreciated, and you know, I'm glad that they have the strength to be able to handle the truth and everything, and that they've found better things in life because of it. So that's what we want to see. We want to see positive results, and there's no need to lie to ourselves. But let's go ahead and see how your crush is feeling about you. So I'm going to draw 6 cards. Whoop. I feel like I get kind of nervous shuffling in front of people. Like I'm always gonna mess it up more than I normally would, I swear. I shuffle multiple times a day, so I'm usually much more proficient in my shuffling. It's just problems of being me, I suppose. So I do have another pick a card reading about how does he or she feel about you. And if you have like a non-romantic relationship, or even if you just have the same question and you want to get another answer, you can watch that one as well. But this one is like specifically for your crush. And I know there's going to be people who are watching this who are like, oh, my crush is actually my husband. Let's figure out how my husband feels about me right now. That's okay too. It's whoever you have those like butterfly in the tummy romantic feelings about, or really just whoever you want to focus on. Okay, so I'm connecting with the energy of everyone who will end up watching this video, which is hard. It's a lot of work, yo. That's the reading. Okay. That's it right there. So this will be the first card. The second card. You can go towards whichever one you felt called to. Maybe you already felt called to it before I even put the card down. That's okay. Spirit might call out to you in a different way for how it calls out to some other people. So I'll go ahead and I'll give you a minute to pick your card. And it's actually numbered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you need extra time, feel free to pause the video. One thing before we get going, if you want more information on whichever card I draw for you, I'm not going to sit here doing readings all day, like not even knowing who's going to watch them. So what you can do if you want more information is you can go in the description below and see the link that I have and the directions that I have for if you want more information. And you can essentially get free readings, free pick a card readings from me with more information if you follow that link below. All right. And yeah, there might be a catch, but there's also a lot of perks in it for you too. So that's your option if you want to check it out. Let's go ahead and see what the first card says. The first card is the Two of Swords. My darlings, this is how your crush feels about you. So this is someone who's really kind of tongue-tied. They're nervous. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to say it. And part of the problem is that they're not even entirely sure how they're feeling. I think they're actually feeling pretty overwhelmed about a lot of the things that have been happening in life, and specifically things that have been happening between you and them. So they're probably not used to really dealing with or knowing or being in contact with people who have your similar personality traits. So they're kind of confused by you, maybe a little bit in awe about you, and they haven't decided if it's like a positive or a negative thing yet. And I think part of the problem with this particular person is before they develop any kind of opinion or before they develop any kind of feelings, this is the kind of person who wants to know how you feel first. So this person's going to be on the fence up until you give them something that allows them to act with more certainty. So either you're going to have to like be a little bit more clear about how you feel, you know, I would say try to give better hints, but that's so vague and it might not work. So try to be like more clear about how you actually feel about them and what you are actually looking for in a relationship. And you might need to be a little bit less of a mystery for this one in order for this to go anywhere. All right, so if you want any more information about that, click the link and let me know, okay? All right, the Tower. Oh no. Okay, so how your crush feels about you is the Tower. So this is probably more than just a crush. This is probably someone you have a past with. There's a little bit of history here. Not everything has gone entirely well there in the past. And they basically feel like that ship has sailed and they can't go back to it. Now, it might be because things feel and seem so wrecked. The relationship itself seems so wrecked, so ruined, that there's no way to possibly go back and repair it. That might be how this person is feeling. Being optimistic about this card, maybe they just don't know that you are interested in repairing the relationship. Maybe they need to see a little more effort, sincerity, and clear communication from you. Given that you do still have feelings for them. So for them, things are probably not as bad as they seem, as they believe them to be. Because this person's very hurt by something, very upset about something, and as far as they are concerned, everything is done. Now, for you, things might be a little bit worse than you previously knew them to be if you just now saw me draw this Tower card and you see this bad news here. So this isn't a good card to get in relationships. Like, I can't lie, it's just not. So anyway, if you want more information on that, feel free to reach out to me. But you might honestly, with this type of situation, you might be better getting a personal reading done. Which I also do, and we could do a personal reading about like what actually happened, like why this is the way it is, whatever, because this sounds like it looks pretty bad in this specific card. Okay, number 3. You got the Queen of Swords. Okay. This is how your crush feels about you. So this is someone who is familiar with the dating game. Like, this is not their first rodeo. They've had their heart broken in the past. They've seen some players play them in the past. They have seen some bad news people, some toxic people, some people who only take and only try to manipulate. And this is someone who's very skeptical, maybe even a little bit distrusting. But they act with a lot of caution because of that. Now, they are interested in you. They do want to get to know you more. They're curious about you. They want to have more conversations with you. But they gotta they got to figure out where it is you stand. They got to figure out what kind of rank you're qualified to take in their life, so to speak. So that's someone who's very, very intelligent, very careful, I would say. Number 4. We got the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is kind of an odd one to get in a relationship reading about how a crush feels about you. Because this card is about being single, being available, but also being independent to the point where you don't really need to have someone else come to you, and you don't really need a relationship right now. So on the negative side of things, like, yes, this person is single, yes, this person is available, but they're also not particularly interested in putting forth the effort to make a partnership work. So this is someone who's content with being single, who is focused on themselves, you know, whatever, good for them, but maybe not the right relationship partner for you right now. And if by some chance, because I know there are people who did pick this card, if you're in a relationship or you're married and you picked this card, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to break up. Like, there's no negative feelings here. It's just that right now they're focused on themselves and they're focused on their own self-improvement. And same thing for people who aren't in a relationship with this person yet. It's not that they'll never be available for a relationship. It just seems like right now it's not their priority. Page of Pentacles. Okay. So how does this Page of Pentacles feel about you? How does your crush feel about you? I feel like they're just really, really attracted to your beauty, really attracted to the way you look, and they're noticing you as some kind of novelty. You know, they seem a little bit shy, a little bit introverted perhaps, not super talkative, but it seems like they've kind of been admiring you from afar, and it might not just be your looks that they're admiring. I feel like this person has like a little bit more depth to them than just that. I feel like they admire what you do. They admire your work ethic or your knowledge or your wisdom or whatever it is. They're just kind of standing back there admiring things about you. And I'm getting a lot of fond feelings from this card. On the negative side, just to keep it as real as possible, this is typically not a card that would represent someone who is mature. So either they're literally young in age, but you know, regardless of what their age actually is, they're probably a little bit immature in terms of like the priorities and stuff they have in life, and maybe even a little bit immature in terms of life experiences. So that's me just really trying to say something negative, though. I didn't get a negative feeling when I drew this card. But this person does seem to like you. All right, number 6, our last card. Queen of Cups. How does the Queen of Cups feel about you, or how does this card represent the way your partner feels about you, the way your crush feels about you, whichever it is? So this person actually has substantially deep feelings for you. Nothing here is surface level. This is someone who they either know you pretty well or they already feel like they know you pretty well. You know, like that soul level connection where you meet someone and you just immediately, you know, you feel like you've known each other in a past life. You feel like you've known each other for decades, whatever it is. And the feelings just grow really strong, really fast. And it's like liquid beauty, that feeling of, that's just strong, strong feeling. And it's transforming something inside of them. So they feel like really inspired. They've had a change of heart from having interacted with you and having begun this relationship with you. But they might not know how to deal with it yet. That's one thing I will say. They might not know how to deal with these newfound feelings yet. because it is a lot of really deep feelings, and it takes a brave person to be able to deal with all of this and move forward with it. So anyway, those are your cards. I'm going to go ahead and flip them all over again, so you can go ahead and look at them a bit more if you want to. Alright, and my name is Penny. I am Whack-A-Witch Astrology on Facebook. Make sure you're following me and you stay in touch. And I will see you again next time. Assuming you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me here today. And I hope this reading brings you to better things in life. Whichever direction it had to go in, I hope it brings you to better things. Take care. Bye.